Good morning, it's Marcus again. I'm joined today by Gary VerCrouse, good friend of mine, Satch, with the motorcycle organization Abate, and Michles and Booth is proud to partner with Abate, and Satch, who's prolifically involved in getting motorcycles riders their fair share and their fair say in court, particularly when tragedies have occurred. And Satch, you can say it better than I can. Tell us what you're all about and what we're going to do together to try to heighten awareness.
Well, Abate's American Bikers Aimed Towards Education. It's a motorcycle rights organization, 33 chapters in the state, 7,000 members. We have 350 locally. Our mission, besides putting out information, is motorcycle safety and education and legislation that needs to be changed. That's one of the things that we attack aggressively.
And Satch, you do such a great job of writing articles in the newspaper, getting the public aware. It's not about spite, and it's not about anger towards any particular individual, but it's about making people aware that when drivers repeatedly hurt people, then the system needs to take a better care with those cases, pay a little closer attention, and work them a little differently. Is that true?
Yeah, what our big deal is the repeat offenders. I mean, of course, if you commit a traffic crime or an infraction and kill somebody, we want more than a $166 fine. But the real essence, there's a lot of examples in court right now we're involved with people killing people with fourth and fifth DUIs, and they have a valid driver's license because the way the laws are. That's a big deal to us. The victims aren't being treated fairly. The laws are protecting the criminal, and we put a target on our back. We look like bikers because we are, but we attend court hearings and bring to attention to the judicial system first, and at the same time the legislative system, the faults that we see in the system as exists right now.
Well, and you and I, at your work and at your behest, are going to sit down with Bill Edens, our state attorney. I know you've worked in the past with Senator Evers. There's a political process and an administrative process, and you and I, hopefully together, will attack that and try to get some benefit. But you've written for years on this subject. You've actively participated in the court processes, and you're going to keep doing that, I'm sure.
Absolutely. It's like I said in an interview with the News Journal, till the cows come home, we're going to be there. We're making progress. Public awareness is a big thing for us this year. We've started trying to emphasize that it's not just about motorcycles. We're like any special interest group. We're looking out to protect our members, but at the same time, it's the general public that benefits from the things that we're accomplishing.
And on a local note, our firm, our business is going to partner with you guys. Real excited about that, by the way. We're going to contribute to your newsletter, some frequently asked questions, and access to some lawyers. And we're going to participate actively in your involvement down at the courthouse and in the political process. So excited to join your efforts. Hopefully we can together, make a difference. And we were talking before we came onto the recording. There's just one tragedy after another, and we were talking about one that happened just last week, but they just continue to happen, and the system has got to address these repeat drivers that just shouldn't be out there on the road.
Yeah, it's the events of the last 3 or 4 weeks are tragic in themselves, but they bring to light, unfortunately, there's a benefit out of the tragedy. They bring to light some fallacies in the system. It's the typical one hand not talking to the other. When you go from a crash to FHP, through clerical to the clerk of the court to the court system, the ball's being dropped, and a lot of people think we're trying to reinvent the wheel with stiffer penalties. All we're trying to do is make it round so it rolls instead of bouncing all over the place.
And like you said, I mean, it's not just for people that ride, although we do, and we're passionate about it. It's not just for those that do. It's for a safer roadway altogether, for safety and enforcement of the laws universally.
That's correct. It's the typical, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, I guess you would call it. We look different when we're bikered up. We're not ashamed of it. Most of us have jobs. The rest of us are retired or working on it. It's a big gamut, in the biker world out there. And the whole thing is if you get angry at me for something I write, or if you get angry at me for something I say about stiffer penalties and putting people in jail, it means you're going to pay more attention to me when I'm on the highway. They're going to say, there's that biker who's causing trouble. It's not a matter of causing trouble. It's a matter of waking people up, public awareness. And we're getting a lot of positive feedback from the public, non-bikers as well as bikers, about what we're bringing to light in the system and its fallacies right now.
Well, Satch, I look forward to it. I'm real excited about what we're going to be able to achieve, and maybe we'll come back in a couple of months and give everybody a report on how our meetings went and what kind of process you're making.
Well, we're looking forward to it. You've already participated. It's good to have a professional on your side to give us some advice. The meeting with Bill Edens will make sure that we're not creating a monster with some of these cases by doing case studies, some of them even before they're solved in court. So we're going to be careful. We want to do it right.
Good. Look forward to it, and thanks for coming by this morning.
Thanks a lot.